Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's not tarot time with Cindy. I want to call this It's Deep Spiritual Time with Cindy. So we're going to use tarot and oracle cards. I've created a new spread here. Actually, it was kind of an interesting way that I created this spread. I'm using a number of different decks in this spread as well. I've already pulled some cards out to get started for you. Anytime I do a new spread, I always do it on myself first because I like to see how it works and do I feel like I'm picking the right cards to get kind of the answers that feel really connected to the questions that I'm asking, etc., etc. So I've mentioned it before. I have like a little playlist that I will sometimes play when I'm kind of getting ready to do tarot, and I had that going. It was really interesting as I was creating this playlist. An orchestra rendition of Neptune, the planets, came out and played while I was creating it, and then in the same breath doing it on myself, and then Mercury came out. And I thought that, so I want to say that there's something about this reading that I feel like was created and confirmed in the energy of both Neptune and Mercury, which I also really love because I have like 4 planets in the 12th house. And yeah, so, and I also have like strong Gemini placements too. So I thought, well, that's really interesting. And you know what was playing while I was pulling out the cards for you? It's a song called Awaken Me. It's by probably not a very well-known artist, but Kimberly Haynes. You can look her up. I think she's got some stuff on, oh, she must on Apple because that's where I have it on there. And yeah, so Awaken Me was the song that came on while I was pulling out your cards. You have quite an interesting reading here. You know what? This reading is called Why Are You Here? Why are you here? So, but I'm looking at it kind of on a deep soul level here and soul purpose kind of stuff. I am asking, what is the overall life purpose that your soul came here for? What right now is a purpose that your soul is engaged in? What angelic energy is working with you today? And why did your soul incarnate here as you in this lifetime? Now, I know that this is a big general reading. So there's, it is generalizing because I am reaching out to such a big space here. But I will also say it may not resonate, and it may resonate for some of you because it's such a deep sort of introspective and maybe even specific reading. Now, I am going to do this with the Zodiac next week. So I kind of decided I really like this reading. I am going to do it with the Zodiac next week. And so, you kind of get your feet into it today as a big collective group. And then maybe you can look at it in more personal ways through your chart next week. So let's get started. What is the overall life purpose for you here? You have the Up card. This card really connects perfectly with the card that came out with why did your soul incarnate here as you in this lifetime? You got for that one, you got Loosen Your Grip. Do you see, like with Loosen Your Grip, it talks about density. It talks about coping mechanisms when we find ourselves in dense, heavy situations, when we find ourselves detached from heaven, when we find ourselves detached or feeling detached. We're never really truly detached from heaven and source, but it's almost like your body came here, your soul came here to incarnate in a body and to experience a lifetime where you feel real powerful detachment. You really feel detached. Wait till you see your underlying cards too. When you feel your soul wanted to know, what is it like to feel detached? And not just that though, but to be able to let God in when you feel detached. It's kind of like your soul came here in this lifetime with the idea of being very familiar, always knowing God, like as a soul, yes, because you were part of that source, that energy, but wanted to know, what is it like when I lose it? When I feel like I can't find it? When I'm not sure what it is? I want to know. I want to prove to myself that I can find it. I can reattach. I can find that source, that energy. But it's also something here. I wouldn't be surprised if some of you have struggled with certain coping mechanisms in that dense energy that you find coming here to Earth. As until you are able to, it is to cope. It is a heavy, This is a heavy, heavy energy. It's almost like your soul wanted to throw itself into an energetic platform that was completely unfamiliar and try to find your way back to God. So like, I think such an amazing energy in the way your cards came out. So I pulled these ahead of time because I actually spent quite a bit of time with my own going, oh, this is so interesting. Like, and I thought, I can't just pull this out live because I'm going to sit with this for a minute and we're just going to sit here and watch anyway. Okay. I want to read for you what this up is. I want you to get the full details out of it, okay? So this is your overall. Okay, there we go. This is your overall, like an overall life purpose. And like I said, it connects so brilliantly with why your soul came here in this lifetime. Okay, time to lift your eyes off the ground and start looking up toward the heavens. Keeping you down and trying to be small isn't doing anyone any favors. This world needs you, the real you. Low self-esteem and self-worth is impeding your perception of whom and what you really are, right? But that's almost like what you came here to do to some degree. Because when we lean into types of coping mechanisms, when we find ourselves in very deep, dense, low frequency situations and feelings, we start to doubt ourselves. We start to doubt ourselves because once we really truly connect and feel that connection, we're always connected with Source. But once we believe that we are part of Source, that we are worthy of that, then we bring ourselves up again, right? It's like you wanted to throw yourself in the deepest muck and see how you could get out of it. It's a very, I want to say that's a soul that wanted a big challenge, huh? This world needs you, the real you. Low self-esteem and self-worth is impeding your perception of whom and what you really are. It is also affecting your ability to put yourself out into the world. There is a whole other life waiting inside you, crying to be lived. The only thing standing in your way is you. So I want to say, too, that you may have been through lifetimes where you were making yourself small, maybe making yourself small for others, maybe believing others more than you believed your own intuition. And over time, this has created, you may have, right? Like, yeah, I dug this hole. Maybe you did to some aspect, dig yourself into this hole that became denser and denser and denser and pulled you further and further and further away from spirit. And so when you incarnate in this lifetime, you're kind of feeling like you don't have a high self-esteem. Your self-worth is a little bit low. The universe sees you and knows you as a divine spark of the all. They're calling you now to begin embracing that aspect of yourself too. Stand up, hold your head up, and begin looking at the ways in which you are disempowering yourself. See, this is the overall purpose of your life. Isn't it grand? It really is. I feel like you've been disempowering yourself in past lifetimes. I feel like this is something that started to dig a low frequency hole for you. And you came here in this lifetime. I'm going to raise it up. So like, there might be some things that other people are fulfilling in their lifetime right now that you might be witnessing that are kind of like, wow, I wish I got to do that. Right? Think of this. This is what your soul came here to do. You didn't necessarily, if you came here to be rich, you're only going to be rich when you really truly empower yourself and you trust yourself and you believe in yourself. You're not just, it's not just going to be something that, well, you already kind of earned that or you have it. No, I feel like anything you accomplish in this lifetime that's worth accomplishing will be through your self-empowerment, when you really believe in yourself. It's time to start building your own personal sense of value and your own sense of worth. Spirit knows this is not an easy task, which is why they have brought you this message today. I feel like Neptune and Mercury were like, fuck yeah, we're coming in. We're coming to talk to the collective, which I love too, because Neptune just, the music of Neptune, it feels enticing. It feels romantic. It feels alluring. And then sometimes it frightens me in a cloud of mystery. And then it pulls me out again into something that feels magical and light and airy. And then Mercury comes in and I'm going to take you to all the places that nothing could go, right? Like, I think it's such a brilliant energy that came in for this. Every time you feel you are not enough, look up to the heavens and know the entire cosmos is supporting you on this. When you see the sky above you, let that be your reminder that you are more than enough. That's all you have to do. Every single time you look up at the sky, it's there, whether it's covered in cloud, whether it's raining or snowing, whether it's hailing or freezing raining, whether it's sunny. Every single time you look up to the sky, I want you, I'm talking to y'all right now, let that be your reminder that you are more than enough. You are God incarnated, and the only one who can give you value in a sense of worth is you. There is nothing your guides and angels want more than to see you step into the truth of who you really are. Start looking to the good within you, the value you actually do have, and the difference you really do make. Start to see yourself as the universe sees you. Human is what you are wearing on the outside. Inside, you are a brilliant light of divine source. Remember who you are. I think it's been forgotten. I'm not going to lie. I think to some degree, this energy, like if this energy plays out long enough with what I'm kind of starting to see here, this is when you can really start to get into soul shrinker energy. And your soul was like, no, that's enough of this. We're not even going to get close to that. I'm not going to start to kind of like de-evolve my soul here. It can happen if somebody consistently chooses everything except their self and heaven. Eventually the soul can be like it, and it just becomes a very difficult task to come up out of this. Some of you may be more deep in this, I want to call it to some degree a karmic hole of self or disempowerment, a cosmic hole of disempowerment that you have created here. I kind of feel like too that it's possible, you know, I know I'm going to be talking to people that are in so many different situations in life, that it's possible too that you may have chosen careers, you may have chosen partners, you may have made certain choices here that felt like they elevated you. But that wasn't where you were really seeing your, because if you did not make that choice because you felt powerful and you knew, I know God is empowering me to do this with my life, or I know God is giving me that because I understand my worth. No. If you were choosing it because you were trying to define worth to the world, this reading is just like, I love it. Okay. Before I show you what your right now purpose is, I want to show you what your underlying energies are. Oh yeah, you got two. You got two of that. Okay, prayers. Prayers is the underlying energy. This is like actively participating with, talking to your guides, talking to God, talking to the heavens. Even like pulling your ego, saying, okay, let me talk to my higher self, even though I know that it has more knowledge than I do. Prayers. It's just like finding that spot, finding yourself in that hole and just praying, talking. Hello from heaven. Hello from heaven. Hey, we're right here. Thanks for actually reaching out. It's nice to see you again. It's kind of how that comes across, huh? Archangel Azrael, your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let go of worries and feel their loving blessings. I want to say this is just feeling like blessed by the world now, or by the heavens. Leadership is sitting underneath that. So that's funny too. Some of you may have even chosen leadership roles in life, or wanted to be the boss, or wanted to be like, I don't know, anything like that. But if you weren't choosing it, and I don't mean this from a very egoic sense, like, you know, like a self-inflated ego here that is saying like, I'm the person that should be doing this. Nobody else is capable. That's not, no. That is also disempowering yourself, because that is allowing your ego to step in front of your higher self here. So to be a true leader is to recognize, right? I can lovingly guide others here. It's time for you to assume your leadership power and position and lovingly guide others. Maybe some of you have even made that choice in this lifetime too. And that has been a huge elevation for you. A huge elevation for you. You didn't choose something here to lead others because I was going to elevate your status or people were going to look up to you. It was like, no, I know what it's like to feel like this, or I want to help people in this way. You're connecting with God in this lifetime after I feel like lifetimes of being disconnected. really disconnected. And the underlying for your why did your soul choose to be you in this lifetime and incarnate here is perspective. Love it. It's to have a perspective. It's right. I love this when we pull away from this earth image. It says none of this matters. Zoom out, common ground, which is also interesting because there might also be an attachment. You may have started to form, like, your soul on some level here may have started to kind of pick up wounds that you should not have been carrying with you. It's like carry the knowledge, carry the lesson, and move forward. That's how you elevate yourself. I love that the Awaken Me song was playing while I was pulling your cards too, because it is like an awakening. I think in this lifetime you're meant to have very major awakening moments, different levels of higher consciousness coming through, being able to break through to whatever human ego you're dealing with in a lifetime. So it's like all this noise, right? Everything that you experience here on earth, that does not define you, right? Where I feel like it's something that has been defining you, and it's pulled you down into a lower density experience. Awaken me. I'm hearing her in my head now. Awaken me. Awaken me. Okay. What is your right now purpose? Is shifting. Big changes in your life. This is about, it's kind of to some degree, it's like taking action when you have the awakening. It's taking action when you have the awakening. And that action is often, right, like recognizing, wow, I'm in this relationship, or I'm in this career, or I'm hanging out with these people, or I'm doing this, or I'm living here because I had like this idea that that's what was for me. But wait a second, like that. So that's a big part of it with this shifting. That's what's going on for you right now. So you could be making changes in your life right now that are in alignment with the overall life purpose. I feel like I'm kind of hitting this reading like in a really, I don't know, important time here. Okay. This is right now. Our personal and spiritual growth occurs in a series of rhythms and patterns. Oh, which is also interesting. We're going to see something here in the angels that are guiding. You got two angels actually guiding you right now. When we reach a certain level of experience and understanding, life will move into a holding pattern as we master it. Things will fall into a steady, reliable pattern. We come to know what to expect and how things are going to be. And because we humans are creatures of comfort and habit, we usually enjoy hanging out on the plateau where things are familiar and reliable. This card has come to you today because you are either about to enter into, or you are already in, one of those great shifts. It is a necessary part of your growth and higher learning. You are moving to a new level of consciousness and awareness. In order for this to happen, some of the old ways of life and of being must fall away to make room for the new. You may find yourself changing jobs or careers. Old friends or relationships may drift away as new people enter your life. You may move to a new home or have a sudden change in finances. On an energetic level, your consciousness is opening to the hidden wounds you carry. More than likely, you are feeling very far out of your comfort zone, possibly even experiencing situational depression. That's interesting. That's interesting. I've often called my Five of Cups. Yeah, they're my cards, the tarot. The Five of Cups is as a situational depression. This shift is vital and necessary. Remain as calm as you can while the earth shakes under your feet. You will find yourself quite pleased with this new consciousness and way of being once this shift is complete. In the meantime, try to stay open as these changes occur. It may not feel comfortable, but you will come through this as a more evolved and stable person. Well, there you go. You are in the process of elevating yourself right now. You are in the process of recognizing your true worth and value. You are in the process of making your consciousness is trying to come forward and being, I want to say almost like the voice of reason above the ego. And there are things around you that the ego has created that your consciousness is saying, okay, come on now. You know better, right? Okay. So there's two, like I said, so what angels are helping you out right now? What are guiding you right now? You have Archangel Uriel and Archangel Haniel. Uriel has got brilliant idea here. So your idea is divinely guided. Please take action to bring your idea to fruition. I want to say, like, it could be a big idea. It could be a small idea. It could just be generalizing too, that, you know, believe in yourself. There's ideas here that maybe in the past you haven't believed in yourself, or maybe you've had ideas and you haven't done anything with them because you haven't believed in yourself. This is you. You are genuine. You are here to share parts of yourself that have been stifled, I feel like, over lifetimes. Also feels like, looking at this card, like when you fell from the heavens and you hit Earth, it hit hard. Like, you hit it really hard. Like, Earth has been a really heavy experience for you. Okay, so this Uriel is trying to help you right now. You might even have an idea, and maybe you're like doubting yourself about it. You know, I don't know if that's a good idea. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Oh. I can't tell you. That would be interfering with your life purpose. You have to figure that out. So then you have moon cycles. Archangel Haniel. Notice how the moon affects your energy and manifestations. Capitalize upon these cycles. I think this card goes so well with shifting. It literally said, like, these are ebbs and flows. These are cycles that we go through. Sometimes we sit on plateaus. Sometimes we feel like we're diving, we're nose diving. Other times we feel like we're just like going up the, oh, I'm seeing like the little, that little guy going up the Alps in the Price is Right. I'm hearing him, that little, yeah. What is that game? That's what I'm seeing, like, boop, boop, boop. You got all the prices right, and you're just going up. And then other times, like, whoa. It's like Plinko. To a zero. I think Neptune really opened some shit up for me today. Okay. Yeah, so this angel is trying to help you understand that these are just cycles that you're going through. And right now you're going through, you might be actually going through a cycle that feels a little bit challenging here. But this challenge is trusting you. It is trusting you. It is not doubting yourself. It is not looking at the world around you to define you. It is not looking at how the world is responding to you for that to be an answer of what your worth is. Okay. So now we're going to do some tarot. Oh, what is this tarot called? This is, I can't remember. I know people are always asking. I don't remember this shit. I have so many cards at this point. I don't know. There's 2 volumes to this. If you guys know, when I say, oh, this is volume 1 and volume 2. I can't remember. This is volume 1. I think it is. Is this volume 1? Yeah, this is volume 1 of whatever. I just don't know. Okay, your overall life purpose is up. Get yourself out of density. Connect with God. Co-create, if not just as much or more, with the heavens. Somebody's trying to push through the curtain. Oh, the world. Wow. I want to say, too, to some degree, you got to elevate yourself here to help elevate the world as well. Wow, you have the world energy. Is when there are major things that come, he got through the curtain. When there are major changes in your life, when there are major endings in your life, it is to bring your frequency up again, to not be defining yourself based on whatever or whoever you were in the past. Because when that is over, then that could affect how you feel about you. I was just having a second here. I've just been like talking up a storm. There was so much that I had like built up after I looked at your cards and I sat with them for a little bit. So now we have the tarot. Hi. He goes in for the kiss. This is an interesting card. There's all the different levels of like youthfulness, like a child here, and then like a young man, and then up here, which one is older looking? Oh yeah, that one is older looking. And then like old age, and then like serious old age here. I'm going to say too that some of you have likely incarnated into this lifetime to live to be quite old as well. There's like this image of old, and then it's like really old. Really old. But this is also, to me, it's like spring, summer, fall, and winter. Yeah. You might go through a lot of shifts in this lifetime. A lot of things that feel like they come to an end. These could be things that feel good. I think it's a challenge too. There could be things that end for you in this lifetime that maybe you didn't want that to end, or it felt like it ended too soon. And, you know, you might feel some disappointment and feel kind of down about it. But it's kind of designed for you to be able to raise your frequency regardless of what might be happening in your life. Right? Like the feedback that you're getting in terms of, oh, that ended and that was a wonderful thing. I was hoping it would continue. That's not your worth. That's not supposed to represent your worth. I feel like I can hypnotize him rubbing his nose. I put him in a trance. His mouth opens up, his eyes rolls back, and his tongue sticks out. You're in a trance. I must have magic hands or something. Okay. He's totally, if you can see his face right now, look. You need to come for that, huh? Life is rough. You need me to cleanse that? Oh, yeah. Oh, that was my voice. I did a tiny voice. Yeah. Oh, thank you for your service too. Oh, he got my third eye twitching. Can you see it? Can you see that? It's weird. That never happens in Zodiac. It's always in the collective. Not every collective, but when it happens, it's in a collective. Up. Wow, the path. The hermit. Look at that. Maybe a lot of times too, like this might feel like you're the only person who can do this. You're the only person who could truly elevate yourself. You're the only person who can see what's inside you and recognize that it is, that this deep part of you inside that maybe you have felt is less than or not valuing it enough, is to realize that this is what really truly connects you to source. Oh, wow. The circle, the hanged man, hermit, and the hanged man. Holy introspective, outer spective. Yeah. What is exterior spective? What the heck is the difference for introspective and outside perspective? I guess it's just an outside perspective. Your interior and exterior perspectives here. It's kind of like once you really see inside yourself, then you see the things that were unseen to you outside of yourself. Oh, elemental of air. I love this card. That kind of gives me a little bit of that Mercury energy, right? Like giving you hints and clues along the way. Tapping into that energy. Isn't this interesting? Look at what we're talking about with this density, right? This density falling down into a pit of low vibration frequency and then coming up out of it, coming out of this darkness into the light, seeing the things around you that you didn't see before that are actually there. Spirit, whether you actually see it or you feel it, maybe you do see it, you feel it, you know it's there. And then you're actually receiving better guidance. You're connecting more thoroughly with the heavens. Right now, your purpose right now is shifting. So there's some sort of, I feel like you're obviously in the throes of some type of cycle. Maybe you're on a plateau, but I feel like you're likely, you know, you're laying on all the other cards, mister. You're probably struggling with something, or there's some things here that have been removed from your life. You're doing one of those challenges for yourself. It's like you're learning in this lifetime how to frequency shift. Shifting. Oh, wow. That's lovely. The Two of Cups, the Two of Water. That's very lovely. Let's see where this goes. Wow, the Lovers, Beltane. You're going on your path. You're going on your destined path here. Oh, damn, look at this. That's amazing. Earth, managing the elements, being one with the elements. Oh man, guys, you guys you've made like a major accomplishment in this lifetime. I feel like you've accomplished more than your soul thought you would. Like, wow, you stepped up. Shit. Wow, the 8 of Fire. Is that not Neptune? It looks like Neptune, right? It's what's his face with his Neptunian spear. The 8 of Wands, though, is fire. But I love this deck, but it's water. Now the thing, okay, I feel like with this 8 of Fire, that's the challenge. Because it's wanting to move forward, right? This, I feel like, okay, is this the Ace of Pentacles? I'm not sure. This deck is a little bit different from most tarot decks. It feels like the Ace of Pentacles to me, though. But it really, and it's almost like by mastering the elements of Earth here. But you can do that once you're truly connected to Source and you are on your path. I know, I love you. I can't pat you all the time. I put in a lot of pats throughout the day and the evening. But here, we want to move forward, but like that to me looks like Neptune and the water. And what is Neptune? When I was listening to the music of Neptune, the orchestra play it, it's mysterious. It starts off as, to me, like the music that I would associate with like old Star Trek. And they're going to a new planet. Something feels kind of romantic and lovely. And then all of a sudden they end up in like a dark cave. And there's a lot of scary mysteries there that they didn't see coming. Usually they work themselves out of that dark cave. And then there's like, but they work themselves out because something else gets their attention. And it feels lighter and they go in that direction. This is what you're working with right now. So I feel like you're working with Neptune, possibly right now. But it's the 8 of Wands. So you have to be able to trust. You're connecting to spirit. I kind of want to say Neptune's coming across like this haze of fog. The last breach. The last thing you need to breach between earth to get to heaven. Like consciously. Just purring. Kind of sounds like a tribble. I can't believe how much he loves to be loved. Cute. Okay, you're sitting on the angels. We gotta look at the angels for them right now. We gotta look at the angel. We gotta clarify the angels with some tarot. Oh, okay. It was brilliant idea in the moon. He's sitting on the brilliant idea. Larry's trying to be a smartass. Okay, so are you being a smartass by sitting on the brilliant idea? Are you? Okay. Brilliant idea. This is the angel working with you right now. What idea is brilliant? The 5 of Earth. Oh. Well, it could be some distance between you and some other things here. It's making a choice. It's making a choice. There could be even maybe a slight financial constraint here based on an idea that you have, but it just feels right. It's like, you know what, I need to do this. I need to get away from this, or I need more time for myself, or I need to work in an environment where I feel more in tune to like my soul's destiny or happiness. But this 5 of Pentacles, it's like it's creating some type of distance here between you and another. And there's like, it's hard to see, but there's darkness here. And the gnomes are on, there's gnomes on this side and gnomes on that side. And they're kind of like separated by the waterfall. Okay, so separating yourself from something is actually a good idea. Now the moon cycles. Maybe Larry's had a rough day. He needs to be tranced. He needs to be put into his trance. I think I've truly tamed the beast. With love. You tame the beast with love. Okay, moon cycles. The Six of... Oh, look at this. Look at how the cat's sitting on there too. It's seeing where God takes you. It's trusting it. There's something here. You have an idea to put distance between yourself and something. That's a good idea. It is a good idea. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to pull too much on it. I want to leave that open to y'all because you also have to trust yourself. Trust yourself. Believe in yourself. Moon cycles. It's literally God talking to you in these different shifts. Where are you going to go? But I feel like it's looking at the signs and the synchronicities too, right? Is the cat standing on the book? Was she about to reach for it and the cat jumped on it like, no, that's not what you're supposed to be looking at. And it's kind of like, to some degree, it's trusting this. Or was she looking for an answer and the cat came and said, here, look in the book. It's trusting where you're guided. That's the angel. So there could be an angel that's trying to guide you away from something. It's a smart idea and trying to guide you away from it. Loosen your... Larry just put a little paw in there. Did you just bless the deck? Oh, thank you. Thank you for blessing the deck, Larry. Okay. Why you came here. Loosen your grip, baby. Let God in. Density. The Four of Pentacles. Huh. I really do feel like you've, in some lifetimes here, you've become very attached or very connected to like the physical of your lifetimes. But it feels like it has purpose. Like it feels like to some degree your soul chose. I feel like this is more than one lifetime. I feel like this is density that you're dealing with from past lifetimes. And it is to be able to elevate that now. It's almost like creating, it's like working out. You know, it's one thing for a soul to say, okay, I'm going to go down to the first level basement here on Earth. I'm going to use my soul here to get myself up to the main level. You're like, I'm going down to like basement level 6. I'm going down to basement level 6, or maybe it was 4. Basement level 4. I'm going 4 flights down into the basement. And I am going to keep pushing and keep pushing and keep pushing until I see the light. Until I get to the light. Wow. Oh, geez. As I say that, you have the 9 of Wands at the bottom. The 9 of Fire. It's totally giving me from this deck. The Dreamscape Tarot, the 9 of Wands. He's sitting exhausted on a flight of stairs going up into space. Right? I just said, it's like you went down 4 flights. And he is. It's like a serious workout here. You came here to do like a spiritual workout in this lifetime. Wow. All right. Like I said, I'm going to do this for the Zodiac next week. So that'd be interesting. Right now, I'm going to go do the extended. I guess Larry and I, we're going to go do the extended. In the extended, I'm going to use a different deck, Oracle deck, and I'm going to ask, what past life experience holds you back in this lifetime? How can you overcome this hold back energy in this lifetime? And what have you accomplished in this lifetime already that your soul had a goal to accomplish? So yeah, we'll see the progress you're making. Thank you. Oh yeah, and there's 2 options in the description if you want to. I'm sorry, I was just going to get right into Larry. He went upside down for me and it was very enticing. There's 2 options for the extended. If you would like to join the YouTube membership and get access to all of the extendeds, pick tier number 2, all extended videos is what that's called. Little muddy paws. And if you just want to do the one time, you can do a one-time purchase below that link. It's just on Gumroad. It's no longer on Vimeo, so it is accessible to everyone in all countries and regions. The EU is not excluded with Gumroad. So there you go. Thank you so much, everyone. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.